G'day everyone, it's Ryan from the Peer Workers Network. Sorry for the delay. We had been running into some technical difficulties trying to connect to YouTube. No, not YouTube. We're on Facebook, which is awesome because got a bit to get through tonight. So I want to give a general warning that there is going to be some content tonight that some people might find distressing. I'm going to talk about the article that Indigo Daya was in on the ABC in regards to restraints and why are they still being used. And what I'll do is I will put the contact details of, because I was a little bit rushed trying to get on tonight because Facebook wasn't being a friendly little streaming service. I'm going to have to put the contact details in. So we've got a couple of joiners. We've got is it Beatty and Jenny. I don't say last names. It's a privacy thing, so you're going to have to excuse me if I mispronounce your name, because I know there are some people who don't actually have their real name as their first name on Facebook for privacy reasons. So I don't really want to be going out there breaking confidentiality. So So just a heads up, talking about restraints and why they're still being used. And I guess there's something that I wanted to do each week is talk about the topic of the week that has just passed. So initially I thought I'd have this live stream up and running by the beginning of March, and it wasn't until the beginning of May that I actually had it all set up, ready to go, the way that I felt that it was good enough. I still don't think it's good enough because the video is pretty poor tonight. I have to figure out why, but we'll just have to make do because I didn't realize it was going to. The second PC did an update, and for some reason it updated the Logitech stuff, and now the Logitech stuff doesn't work very well. So I want to go back and explore spirituality and self-forgiveness, which is two topics that play really close to my heart out of all the topics that we have gone over in the topic of the weeks. So I want to go through that and just give my personal view on spirituality and self-forgiveness. It's not a religious thing, so I'm not going to go into all the religious aspects of spirituality. There are many different variations of spirituality, but as a live stream, these are things that I take quite seriously, just to get me through the day, basically. I was actually thinking about my spirituality and calling on what I use to help me get through the day. So I'm going to go back, and unfortunately I had to shut everything down just to reopen it again so I could get the Facebook thing up and going again. But first off, I want to talk about a little thing. I know people have seen me spruiking it. It's called MeWe. It's a new, basically Facebook without the ads. They don't target you with ads, tracking. They don't track your movements, and there's no targeting advertising. So as a content creator, as somebody who's an administrator of a group, I think that we need to Make sure that we're on as many platforms as possible. I don't like Twitter because it doesn't have that interpersonal ability to have really good conversation under each topic like Facebook and MeWe do. MeWe is just basically Facebook without ads and tracking and stuff like that. So there are a few little nifty editing things that MeWe has that Facebook doesn't have. And there's a few things that I wish MeWe had that Facebook, like live streaming and stuff like that. But the reason I bring this up is because, like I said, we need to, as a content provider, as someone who has, a website and stuff like that, we need to make sure that we're on as many platforms as possible. And I spread the information out across all the platforms that I'm on. So at the moment, I'm only on 3 platforms: YouTube, Facebook, and MeWe. Don't like Twitter. Not so. If you want to join MeWe, it's small at the moment. Hopefully, it gets a little bit bigger. But as I said, it's somewhere where I'm going to constantly update and basically update the content that I put on Facebook. And I will be creating a little image that when somebody puts something on the Facebook on the Facebook group, that I put the image in the comment asking them if I can share that content on MeWe. Therefore, people who don't want to use Facebook, who are quite nervous about Facebook, of what happened in the past with Facebook, can go on MeWe and get that content as well. So, that being said, that's MeWe. Now, there's some really cool things coming out of VMIAC, the Consumer Consultation Forum, the lack of sexual safety in Victorian public psychiatric services. Someone who's worked in a public psychiatric ward. I think this is a really, really important. Hey Jake, how you going? Really important type of things that need to be discussed on how we can maintain safety within psychiatric wards. It was a major thing when I was working at a hospital. There were only so many beds that they had set aside for women only, and I mean you can't really specify having 50-50, because if you have 50-50, you might have there are more men in the ward than women. So I think the discussion needs to be had. I think it's a